Yo. What's going on, everybody? It's Black Market Critic here. Black Market Critic here. We are live with part 17 of the Yona of the Dawn Read-A-Thon. We're starting it back up. Again, I really loved this series when I was reading it, when I was just like regularly uploading live streams and getting it done. So really looking forward to my tea. To reacting to these 3 chapters. So I gotta set my timer. I have an hour. I always give myself an hour now to just like react to whatever it is that I'm reacting to on Sundays, because it just makes me less anxious. Like about, I gotta read as many chapters as possible. Like, it's just like I have an hour, however many chapters I get within that hour is fine. Like, it's not like, an awful thing if I like only read 3 chapters during an hour, or for some reason I only read like 2 or something like that. Like, it's just, that's what I've given myself. So what I need to do is figure out where I want to share the stream. I want to share it, so let me do that real quick. I think I can do that real quick. Let me just try and do it on Twitter so folks know. Whoops. No. Yeah. I didn't mean to set up I just gotta copy the link. So let me copy that. It's my cat. He's looking for head scritches. So let me see if that worked. Okay, cool. But so I'm just tweeting it real quick, just so other folks know, because my Twitter account's locked. I just can't deal with like randos who just say certain things or like retweet things, and then I'm locked out of my account for like half a day. I'm like, I can't, so people want to interact with me in certain ways. They should already be following, or I can't with it. In the absurd stands of like different fandoms, I can't deal with that stuff. So there's that. Anyways, let me tweet it. Let's see if this works out. Yeah, okay, nice. All right, so let's get into it. So I just read the last chapter that I left off on, so everything is like back in my head. Like, I know everything that's kind of going on. Generally, like with like the sort of like Red Dragon like Empire and all that. I know there's like, it has a particular name. And then there's the Sen Empire and like their kingdom or whatever, and they're kind of like clashing right now. And Yona's group is trying to figure out a way to like deal with the situation. So the second son of the red of like the leader of like the I just say red because they're like red dragon, whatever clan or group is like trying to help Yona and Yona's group out. So his growth, Taijun, so his growth has been really nice to see. Y'all already know how I feel about like monarchies and like all that. So there's that, but it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate like certain kinds of growth when it comes to certain characters. And I think his growth is really interesting. It's like, okay, there's this person that I care about. I think they're doing really good things outside of like a monarchy kind of thing. Maybe not, I don't say outside, but just like, Yona's doing a thing, right? And her group's doing their thing. And he's like, I want to help this person out, even if it means like going against like the kingdom that I'm from and like all of the duties that I have and stuff like that. So it's very interesting. Anyways, let's get into it. So let's see. Chapter 69 is entitled An Omen of a Great Fire. It's dawn. Says princess. All crammed into a small room to sleep. Oh no, I'm sorry. Did I oversleep? Nope. The sun's about to come up though. Ha, you're on my head. The battle. Have the Sen province troops attacked? Hard to say. Civilians aren't allowed near the capital's gates. No information's getting in. This silence is kind of creepy. I wonder if there's a way we can learn what's going on out there. The battle's going to affect the people, to affect people in the capital. Well, I can go take a look. Hey, right, you can jump. Green Dragon, carry Zeno with you. Zeno is bored. Come on now. Children should stay in bed. So, well, no, I'll get into it once I read the 2 pages. Jeha, wait a second. What is it? I shouldn't go alone? That's right. Okay. I'll hold you nice and tight. All right, so they're moving. Wait, what? What's happening here? This seems weird. Take Sinha with you. Yeah, that's a good plan. Sinha's vision could be useful. Sinha, be sure to fulfill your duty. Hold him real tight, Jeha. Yep. I'm just saying, if I saw one large man carrying another, I'd shoot them down. See, this is... No, stop. But this is a great picture. I do like this picture. It's very nice. I like seeing Sinha being carried. Let me see. I was gonna say something real quick about Zeno and kind of how I feel about Zeno. Yeah. Life's been a lot better in a lot of ways. Like, just like working, school's almost done finally. Work has been great. So Comic-Con is coming up, so I'm gonna be there this week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday probably not. I mean, unless like someone wants to meet up on Saturday specifically, like later on in the day, then I might go on Saturday, but most likely Saturday will be like the rest day. Just because Comic-Con's like, it can be exhausting. Like just going every day is like super exhausting. So after Thursday and Friday, gotta rest a bit, and I have work, right? So I gotta rest a bit, and then Sunday will be the last day. And every day I go with my wife too. Every year I go with my wife, like when it's available, outside of the COVID year, and it's really cool. It's just like a really really fun time. It's nice for us, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm glad the Yona streams are back. I like Yona's great. Yona's just like a great like manga. And I love whenever I suggest it to people and people are like, oh, this is so great. Oh, this is so cool. It's like really nice to see. But it's always nice to see you, Hayes. Always nice to see you, Hayes. All right. So I was gonna say about Zeno. So Zeno's an interesting character because it's like he's like one of those people who don't exhibit an ability or something like that. But that because they don't exhibit an ability, but they should have an ability. My guess is that Zeno's ability has something to do with like living like immortality, or like something that you can't see, or like right, like it's got to be something that like you wouldn't notice unless you've been with him for a long time, right? Like he doesn't seem like he has anything, but it's probably something like that, or he's got some ability to like improve like the health of those around him or something like that without people's knowledge or something that has to do with like vitality or something, because I feel like he's got a certain vibe. Like he seems very childish, but I feel like it's something that I've seen before. I can't put my finger on like I don't know what story I've seen it before, but it feels like something that I've seen before. That's my guess. Yeah. I always have my chopper hat and my stuff. That was like way back. That was like the first Comic-Con I went to with my wife, and it was like really really fun. It was fun. That was when I was still like in love with One Piece, and I loved One Piece and everything like that. And Chopper's one of my favorite Straw Hats. So does that. That will never change. Like who my favorite Straw Hats are and stuff like that. But now it's Jinbei, but Chopper was like my favorite for a long time, and then once Jinbei joined the crew, I was like, oh, it's Jinbei. Anywho. Let's get back to Yona. All right. The Sen province troops are congregating by the gate over there. Do you see anything, Sinha? Huh? What is it? Oh, you want me to stop? You could just tell me, Near the gate, lots of soldiers. They'll see us. I can see outside from here. Oh, sorry. I won't stare anymore. The blue dragon's eyes are said to have an otherworldly beauty. I'd like to see them for myself. Maybe someday. Hmm? Yeah, but you can't because his Sinha stare is so powerful that like if he just thinks of something in the way that in something that you experience, from what I remember, he can like make you experience things that aren't actually physically happening to you, but because he can kind of like project like reality onto you, like or a different reality, like a different reality onto you or scenario onto you. Like he can make a heart stop without you, with just like a glance. It's like wow, or just by staring. Fire Tribe soldiers, what's got them all worked up? I have a message. Relay it to Squad 4 at the back gate right away. Fort Kasho has fallen. Oh boy. Lord Sujin is requesting backup. He's retreating. The Fire Tribe, that's what the tribes, right? The Fire Tribe general was defeated. Let's head back. We've got to tell Yona. Sinha? Sinha? Yo, whatever Sinha's seeing is wild. Okay. Oh, they're back? How'd it go? The clouds are moving in a strange direction. General Sujin was defeated? He's requesting backup and is retreating. What's the situation between the Saika and Sen province troops? Well... Woo! Oh, okay. That I believe is I just read it, but I can't remember his name. But that's Taijin's older brother. So he's like the person who's supposed to be like next in line for the to lead the Fire Tribe or whatever. Or the current Fire Tribe leader. I can't remember. They're not fighting. To be more precise, the Sen province troops aren't attacking. That's what Sinha said. They're just staring each other down at Saika's gates. I thought it seemed too quiet. The Sen province troops have taken down one fortress after another. So why not attack once they're here? Are they planning something? Sinha, how many troops do they have? Maybe 2,000? 2,000? Hawk? The information we've gathered here says that Rihazara leads an army of 10,000. It makes no sense that he'd attack the Fire Tribe's most important location with only a fifth of them. I heard that Kang Sujin left with a large army. Perhaps Rihazara is using a large army to fight him. That bothers me too. How so? Well, here, I'll lay it out. Rihazara broke past the Fire Tribe's border and took down Fort Raqqa. Let's say he split his army in two, sending 2,000 to Saika and leading the rest to Fort Kasho, which was defended by Kang Sujin. Sujin was defeated. Kingdom of Koka. Okay, and Kai Empire. All right. Kang Sujin's requests reinforcements and retreats. I guess that the Sen province troops in front of Saika's gates are there to keep Kyoga busy. Kyoga, that's his name. Kyoga busy. The main army is off hounding Kang Sujin. That's where Rihazara is. Okay. So if Kang Sujin escapes to Saika Palace, Rihazara probably plans to regroup with his troops here and take down Saika Palace all at once. Ooh. Could be. Will Kyoga send reinforcements? The Sen province troops are camped out in front of Saika. Did I set a timer? No, I did not. I'll put it for like 42 minutes, something like that. Let me see how long I've been streaming. 13 minutes? Yeah. That's around the same time. All right, fine. Then I'll add a 5 to it. Let me pause real quick. Let me cancel it. 14 minutes. 46. Okay. All right. So it probably won't be easy for him. Given that General Sujin won't be able to return to Saika even if he wants to. If he comes here, he'll be caught between two armies. And if Kyoga wants to keep his advantage in battle, he can't just go outside the gates. Yoon, is there any way for us to get out there? Huh? Let's go out and thrash those 2,000 soldiers in front of Saika. What? What are you thinking, Yona? Thunder Beast, this is nothing to grin about. They're all like, like, I love how they're like, They're just like, Yoda has so much faith in us. Oh my god, like they're just so happy about it. I'm with you, Your Highness. Put that arm away, you strange beast. They're all like, let's go. We ready. We ready for that action. Okay. I don't agree with all of General Sujin's methods, but if Rihazada takes him down, the Fire Tribe will be in shambles. If we take care of the Sen province troops surrounding Saika, General Sujin can return to the city and Kyoga can make a move. But if we cause a scene like that, we can pass it off as the work of bandits. The Dark Dragon and the Happy Hungry Bunch are back in action. Yep. Zeno's made friends with people in the back streets, so they showed him a secret underground passage that leads outside. When was this? But 2,000 troops. Yun, let's go. We will protect you and your homeland. All right, fine. But I don't want you to be put in any danger. Yeah, I know. Okay. In front of the capital city of Saika, Sen province, troop encampment. Okay. All right, so they're coming up from underground. I'll bet all of Saika's terrified. We get to just lounge around. It's practically a vacation. Hey, keep it down over there. They just trolled it. Oh my god, that's so funny. That was horrible. The whole passageway is full of spiders. Get the webs off me, J-Hop. I don't want to touch anything so hideous. Seeing how you do it. Oh, seeing how it's covered in actual spiders, not just webs. You just chilling there with like grow. Like I love spiders, but like I don't want spiders on me. You know what I mean? That's so funny. Haha, white dragons covered in webs. Okay, who are you people? Thank you, troops of Sen province, for coming all this way. Wait, now we're sorry to disturb you, but your proximity to Saika is upsetting its citizens. Sinha, so many spiders, you poor thing. Would you mind going away? If you go quietly, we won't harm you. I'm sorry, I can't save you. Yeah, it's just like it's so funny how there's like this whole thing with the spiders in the background, in the panels. That's so funny. Like they're just so not taking this seriously. Like they are taking it seriously, but like they're so unbothered by these 2,000 troops. I love it. I love it. And who might you be? Huh? Who? Us? We're monsters. Ow, don't eat them. No. So I was like in the back eating the spiders. Stop hollering, White Snake. Okay. Have the Sen province troops moved? No. Curses. They made camp out of our arrows reach. Sorry. Oh, they made camp out of our arrows reach. And they're and are just sitting there. At this rate, Father will, Lord Kyoga, are they moving? Yes or no. I can't make out details from the gates, but there's definitely some disturbance happening with their encampment. Boom, Hawk doing his thing. You already know. You already know. Hawk is like, I love Hawk. Hawk is like my favorite. Like out of the 4 dragons and like him being the Thunder Beast, like he's my favorite. I love Hawk very much. What are these people? Boom, boom. Did the thing. As I told you, they're monsters. Oh, the tent's on fire. Hey, Yona doing her thing. Let's go. Outstanding. That ought to distract them enough for General Sujin to return to Saika. As soon as he returns, we'll be able to get out of here. The troops, are they coming? Well then, shall we take our leave? Sinha? The troops. They're not coming this way. What? The troops from the Fire Tribe and Sen Province are heading southwest. They're marching southwest. They're not coming back? Why? If they're retreating to get reinforcements, shouldn't they be heading here? Maybe they're worried about an ambush on the way? Sujin's troops seem to be headed southwest. Southwest. So they're heading toward Hiryu Palace? Oh, for reinforcements from the royal capital? It's true he'd be able to get strong reinforcements there. But I don't even want to consider it. But what is it? I never imagined that even Kang Sujin would go that far. What are you thinking, Thunder Beast? Hawk? Something's been nagging me this whole time. Kang Soo-jin took a massive army to face the Sen province troops. As far as I can tell, he took far more than he left with Kyoga, his son. Ordinarily, he should have left the bulk of his forces in Saika Palace, since it's so critical to the Fire Tribe. But he was beaten easily. Fort Raqqa should never have fallen so fast. And what's more, Sinha mentioned that the Fire Tribe troops and Sen Province troops are all heading southwest. Sinha, how did the Fire Tribe soldiers look? Were they injured? Was there much fighting towards the rear? I didn't see very many injured. There wasn't very much fighting. But both armies were going southwest. You know what's happening. What? Just wait. Hold on a second. That have to mean no. That can't be right. Fire Tribe soldiers moving freely in Sen Province? Such a lax border. So what's it mean? It means that Kang Soo-jin and Ri Hazara are working together. And if they're making for Hiryu Palace, then that's their real target. Woo! Rough times. Kang Soo-jin is colluding with an enemy nation. He plans to take the palace and Suwon's head. That ain't gonna happen. Before we move to chapter 70, right? I feel like once you get to this point in Yona, you understand that like Suwon is like a genius like war strategist, right? Like at the very least, you know? So it's just like come on, you know? So he not losing. Okay. So chapter 70 is entitled A Crimson Delusion. Okay. General Soo-jin will take down Suwon? No. Didn't y'all see Suwon just like embarrass those folks at that whole like festival that they were holding and everything like that? Made it look easy. All right. Kang Soo-jin is despicable. He's one of Koka's 5 generals, and yet he's invited 10,000 enemy troops into our nation and acted as if he needs help from Hiryu Palace. This is sheer treason. I feel sorry for the soldiers who sacrificed themselves to defend Saika. They had no idea their own chief was in bed with the enemy. The Fire Tribe is in rebellion. Sen Province troops are invading. At this rate, Koka will collapse. But what should we do? Right? And that's why when Rihazara talked to Taijin, he was like Lord Taijin, right? Because the assumption is that he'll be like I guess Kyoga will die and then he'll be the person like in charge and his father will be dead. And then Taijin will be like the person that's supposed to lead the Fire Tribe or whatever. Right? So that's why you call them Lord Taijin. So my guess is that Taijin might have figured it out at some point, but knowing Taijin, sometimes he's not like super quick on the uptake when it comes to certain things, especially like certain like political ongoings and things like that, or possibilities. So he might not have realized it yet, but you never know. All right, let's see. At this rate, Koka will collapse. Well, what should we do? What's our move? Should we trounce Soo-jin's troops and the ones from Sen Province? That's not possible. Sure, we managed to scare a portion of the Sen Province troops, but all told, we're talking about 20,000 soldiers. Woo, Lord. Plus, Suwon is Yona's enemy. We can't do something that would help him. And besides that, we can't go back to the palace she was driven out of. That's like asking to be killed. Yona, we should fall back and see how things play out. This is too much for us to handle. Yona? Hawk, can you get some horses? We're going after General Soo-jin and Ri Hazara. Yo. I'm not surprised. Yona is really like just, she's trying to step up, right? Like, I mean, she's been stepping up, right? But like you can tell she's trying to be more decisive about not only how she feels, but like the decisions that she makes depending on those feelings, and like, just her the experience that she's gained like on her travels, you know, and the advice that she gets from Hawk and the Four Dragons and Yoon. Okay. If the Fire Tribe, if the Fire Tribe and the royal family find out that Yon is alive, Sujin's actions will throw this nation into chaos. I can't let that happen. Okay. Lord Hazara, our infantry is falling behind. It would be foolish to exhaust them before battle. Let the infantry rest. Yes, sir. I realize you're in a hurry, but I think you're moving a bit too quickly, General Sujin. Soon, the Fire Tribe's long-cherished dream will come true, huh? When I take control of Hiryu's palace, the true descendants of the Crimson Dragon King will reclaim the throne of Koka. Ooh. Okay. So that makes sense. And that was something that I was thinking about when I was reading the previous couple of chapters. Is like, if they believe, right, if like the Fire Tribe, right, like these particular individuals, Sujin, right, Kyoga, right, like if they believe, right, that they are like the descendants, right, of the Crimson Dragon King, right, then they're like, why are these folks in Hiryu Path, like, why are they like, we gotta come through, like we should be, the leaders or whatever, right? So I understand like the logic in a sense, but of course, do I care? No, because it's a lot of like, divine like intervention, what's it called, not it's like a divine like right, that kind of thing, that sort of thing where you feel like, oh, you have like you it's, it's like the divine beings who have told you that you should be ruling, or you should be in charge, or you should be doing these particular things. So do I care? Like, I'm like, no, I'm like, I don't care about that. He's lost in his delusions again. I can tell what he's thinking just by looking at him. The kingdom of Koka's ancient legend, their first ruler, the Crimson Dragon King, was said to be a god. Accompanied by the 4 legendary dragons, warriors who had the power of dragons, he brought peace to this land. It's nothing but a simplistic story, but yet Sujin believes that he's a descendant of this fictional king. What nonsense. There's no such thing as a dragon god. Hiryu Palace is a palace like any other. Taking control of it won't make me into a god. But when he proposed this plan to me a few years ago, during the reign of King Il, I could see it. I could see myself on the throne of the Kai Empire. And this is like a flashback dialogue, which says, if you assist me in my plan, I shall help you achieve your goals in return. If the Fire Tribe takes control and the kingdom of Koka forms an alliance with Sen Province, I can crush the weakling who rules us now. And eventually, even the kingdom of Koka will be under my command. My tribe is descended from the Crimson Dragon King. I don't understand your delusions, but I'll take full advantage of them. Okay, so there's a lot going on, and they're all like trying to, deal with Suwon, right? So that's what's happening. Okay, we were able to get horses, but can any of you actually ride them? I can't, just so you know. Thunder Beast should be fine at least. You never ridden, have you, Sinha? I'll be fine. I often took girls on long rides. J-Ha is so funny, yo. I can't even. Zeno can ride horses while standing. He's so like smutty, you know what I mean? Oh my god. Zeno can ride horses while standing. Amazing. I can ride as well. Seriously? Of course, don't be rude. I'm surprised you know how, that's all. I bet you look good on horseback. I learned how to ride so I could fight at my master's side at any moment. I see. Maybe I'll ride with you. Wow. That said, since I never left my village, this will be my first time riding in a wide open space. I've also ridden a yak. Okay. Jeha, let me go with you. I had no idea you couldn't ride. Since you wanted to get horses, I figured you could. I only ever got to ride one once. I remember that. Like when they were like kids and she rode with Suwon on the horse and that kind of thing. Yeah, I remember that. Yona, are you sure about this? She's struggling. Okay. All right, I won't stop you. And no matter what happens, I'm going with you. Right? So yeah, and we get the flashback when she's like about to ride the horse, and Suwon picks her up and they get on the horse. It's so high up. I'm scared. You'll be fine. And isn't that like not episode? I was gonna say episode 1, but like chapter 1. That's like chapter 1, right? Like chapter. When that happens and you get all that stuff with Yona, and at that point she still has long hair, and Suwon hasn't killed her father yet, right? You like horses, don't you? All right, and now we're going back to reality, and now Hawk is in that place. That's my end game. My end game is Yona and Hawk. If I ship anybody, it's those two. I can understand people I understand ships aren't about sometimes aren't necessarily about what's realistic or things like that. So I understand when people maybe ship different characters who don't necessarily who clearly won't be together in the normal storyline because it's clear that the authors have written it in a particular way. But it's still fun, it's still fun to do sometimes. But for me, I think their end game, I feel like they have to be end game. They gotta be, unless Hawk does something that's so absurdly ridiculous that Yona's just Hawk, you princess are of this country. You princess are of this country's royal bloodline, and you are going to defend our nation. Focus on that. Let's go. I am Yona, daughter of King Il. Yep. I won't let anyone have their way with Koka. I can sense it. I'm getting closer and closer to you, O Suwon. General Sujin, we'll be entering Sky Tribe territory soon. Keep your distance from the Sen Province troops. We'll head to Hiryu Palace to request reinforcements. And while Suwon is occupied with Hiryu Palace in the capital, I'll cut off his head. That ain't gonna happen. It's been a long time since King Il forbade us to wage war on or possess weapons. Since then, I've armed myself and my men in secret, and the time has finally come to put them to use. Suwon's little rebellion meant I had to slightly adjust my plans, but now nothing stands in my way. Suwon is a son of Yuhan, who was famed as the ultimate soldier. Ooh. See, I feel like maybe we were told that already, at some point, but I feel like this is something that I didn't know up until this point. Which is fine, I guess. It's not that it's not important. It's just that it's okay that I either forgot or just didn't know. Because now, it makes more sense that there's that Suwon is there's a certain talent that he just has a natural talent for certain things, physical things, not as intelligence necessarily, but just Suwon is just he's that dude, you know what I mean? He's a character that just is just very gifted, and there's just no denying that, right? You can't deny that he's gifted, as a soldier, as a leader, that kind of thing. So that's what makes him very frustrating as a character, because he's done certain things and you're just what's your goal, man? What are you even doing? And so, and it makes sense that there are people who love Suwon and will defend Suwon to the death and things like that. I still have so many chapters to read, but I personally I don't like Suwon. He's not a character that I like in terms of who he is and stuff like that. But in terms of the story and how he fits into the story, I like him for the story. He's a great character for the story, and what Yona's dealing with and what Hawk's dealing with and everyone else, great for that. But that young man is nothing like his father. He's no fool but he's a complete amateur when it comes to politics and war. In the few months since he took the throne, he's done nothing. This is the thing, right? People are just like, oh, he hasn't done anything. Like if you read Kingdom, right? Like if you've ever read Kingdom, if you've ever read any like story and or manga in particular that deals with like warfare, like you know that there are just like generals who seem very like chill and relaxed, but that's because they can see the flow of like how the battle's going to go. They have like instincts. They're more instinctual, as opposed to like, calculating in a very like particular sort of way. Like if you think about Kingdom, there's like two kinds of generals and that kind of thing. And Suwon is like, I feel like he's kind of both. But they haven't seen it yet, right? Like when like we're gonna see. I feel like in the next like maybe like 10 chapters, we'll see what Suwon's like really, 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 really about. Okay. As the Crimson Dragon King, I am best suited to hold that the throne. Infantry, enter Kuto quickly. General Sujin, look. Let's go. Not even a page later. Not even a page later. Not even a page later. We have Suwon being about that life. He got the soldiers ready. All right, he got the soldiers ready. Okay, what? We told y'all. All right. Okay. King Suwon, the royal army. How? He saw through my entire plan. Yes, he did. Like I said, right? Do I like Suwon as like a person or whatever? No. Do I like him as a character for this manga and everything that's going on? Yes. Because he's like that instinctual, like end calculating general, like that you see in like these warfare manga and stories and stuff like that. Yeah, and he's pretty, right? So, he's got all the stuff. General Sujin, what are your orders? Don't panic. We've allied our forces in the event of this happening. Assume a charging formation. Fire tribe troops, take the right flank. Send province troops, take the left. It seems he's put a damper on your plans. Lord Hasada, that young king is more capable than I'd been told. True. I didn't expect that child to ambush me, but he's still an amateur who knows nothing of war. Stop saying this. You sound old, man. You sound old. Okay? That's what old people say. And that's it. And like usually if I like respect people who are like, elderly or of a certain age, I don't call them old. But this he old. Like he just seems very old. Like he's like underestimating the youth, delusions of grandeur and stuff like that. He just in his own head, right? So puffing himself up. He old. He an old man. Okay. From what I can see, they have fewer than 10,000 soldiers compared to our 20,000. Given how badly they're outnumbered, they should have made sure the battle took place at the palace. Suwon undoubtedly thought that our allied forces would be unable to work well enough together to carry out precise maneuvers. This will be easy. Our strength is great enough that we'll make quick work of him. I figured they'd take a charging formation. General Judo, slow the Fire Tribe cavalry down exactly as we planned. I'm counting on you. The Fire Tribe has roughly 1,500 cavalrymen, triple our number. That's what I've heard. Sounds like it'll be a tough battle. Suwon's little like funny face. Now listen, just don't lose. You can count on me. Okay. I shall repay your trust by faithfully. All you infantrymen in the center as we planned. I'm still talking. What? What were you saying? Nothing important. They get along so well. They're ready. The time has come. We declare an end to the era of false kings. The true king who carries the blood of our ancestor, the Crimson Dragon, shall return to that noble red palace. Children of the Crimson Dragon King, we step forward together. tear the false king from the throne, and incinerate the false subjects with our righteous flames. Rah, and they're all like, they're all rah, they're all ready. And there's Suwon with his little, I guess it's a hawk or a falcon. I'm not sure. I want to say, or I'm not sure what kind of bird it is. But I'll ask someone on like Twitter and they'll let me know, or I just look it up on Google. But I try not to spoil myself like by looking things up like for Yona, unless it's just like a character's name or something like that. Their morale is high. Those Fire Tribe soldiers are merely drunk on tales. Clinging to dusty old stories is not enough to capture the hearts of the people. King Suwon, the allied forces are making their move. Then shall we get going? Try not to throw away your life for victory here. After all, today's battle is just the first small mountain. The end. He probably wants to like unify the Empire, the kingdom, or whatever. He wants to like unify all the kingdoms. It's that's kind of like a running like trend in these kind of like wartime sort of manga. There's like one person who wants to like unify everything and be like the ruler of everything. And you find yourselves not necessarily rooting for them, but you find yourselves not rooting for like their enemies, I guess, if that makes sense. Until they do something so like absurd that you're just like, yo, like maybe I gotta root for the enemies, like. But then it's complicated. I'm not rooting for any of them. Like anyone who wants to like establish like some kind of monarchy or something like that. You know how I feel about that stuff. So that it is what it is. But again, a great character. This is a bonus chapter, which I'll read on my own. I'm not super interested in the bonus chapters. Like not generally, but just like not while I'm streaming because I just don't have the time for them. So let me move on to. That was chapter 70, I believe, right? So I have to go to the next volume. I have to go to volume 13. So let me do that real quick. Okay. All right. I gotta go back. Yeah, so we're on chapter 71. Okay. Whew. All right, we got 17 minutes, so we have time for one more chapter. Okay. Chapter 71 is entitled Mandate from Heaven. Okay. Kong Sujin was bursting with confidence. Cavalry Squad 1, forward. The Royal Regiment's power and Suwon's leadership skills had been carefully accounted for when he made his plans. He had no cause for concern. You old man, you sounding real old. He fully believed that the Fire Tribe would be victorious. So they're charging. Pit traps, you say? Yes, sir. The Sky Tribe's troops have prepared several pit traps in front of their formation. Oh, so that's how they decided to position themselves in this field? Where are the pit traps? In front of their formation on both sides. What's so funny? Well, they frantically threw together a battle plan, but it leaked to the enemy, us. I almost feel sorry for them. It's what's it called? Disinformation, right? Like when you purposefully leak information or like send information to like the enemy so that they think, oh, look at this information I just got. Oh my goodness, it's so serendipitous. Oh my god, it's almost like providence or whatever, and then like it's actually disinformation and like it's like a trap within a trap, Okay, so you mean the pit traps? It's an embarrassingly amateur plan. Exactly, right? But that's their problem, not ours. The pit traps are only at the front sides of their formation. We have an elite cavalry squad that specializes in mobile attacks at the head of our troops. They'll charge in, break through the center of the enemy forces, and take Suwon's head. Your plan is actually super simple. Like you're just thinking, oh, I have brute force. We're just gonna go. All right. We won't need to go near the pit traps at all. Go forth, my brethren. Crush Suwon. Right. And like Suwon again, he's like the boy of genius. So he already knows that you're thinking about that because he let that information leak. He let that right? That disinformation is going to be super useful to him now. Their cavalry has moved towards the center. Never mind that. Press onward. Wait. What? Do you see that? It's tigers, bro. Tigers? That's so funny. Oh my god. There are tigers. Rio. You fool. How can the royal regiment have tigers? Pull back. Pull back. Impossible. Boom. What's happening at the front? Tigers. The Sky Tribe is using tigers. And he's just like, tigers? Oh my god. The tigers are doing a thing. Huh? Boom. Stay calm. They're horses disguised as tigers. Oh, that is amazing, actually. Yeah. Oh, wow. Stay calm. They're horses disguised as tigers. They're not real. This is unbelievable. They disguised their horses as tigers to trick us. They even got me. But I think it's because of the art. Like, Kusanagi like made the art like purposefully and her assistants purposefully drew it that way. Drew the horses and the tigers that way. They used sheer terror to disrupt our elite cavalry squad. You brat. And so the Fire Tribe cavalrymen at the front lines were obstructed. However, the attacking forces still had more soldiers than the Sky Tribe. The Allied forces had nearly reached the center of the Sky Tribe's front lines. Ooh. Press onward. Hit their center and scatter them. Oh, here comes the arrows. Arrows. The sky's full of them. They're firing at us from both sides. Pull back. Pull back. Deal with the archer squads first. But there are pit traps in front of them. The archer squads on both sides of their formation are aiming at our forces between them. Their pit traps are forcing us to push our troops through the center. Even if we wanted to take out the archers, the pit traps are holding us back. You were so focused on those pit traps that you failed to predict their strategy at all. Is it possible that the intel was leaked to us on purpose? Duh. It's like, I can understand, like, right, like maybe in wartime, you might panic because there's so much going on and things like that, so you don't think too much. But like, this is like a common, like, it's like a common thing, you know what I mean? And you would think that like a general, like a king such as himself, or like a general such as himself, would be like, he just got like again, like he would do that, but he just underestimated Tuan, right? He was like, oh, this is a little kid, he's just a little boy. He all right. He a little, he got a little something, but he not like that, right? Like that's kind of how he did that. And like I said, he old. All right. Lord Sujin, I'd say it's time you stopped underestimating him. Yep. All right. King Suwan, may I ask why you made sure they heard about the pit traps? If they'd fallen in, our archers could have won this battle without much trouble at all. Who are we fighting? Are the Fire Tribe in Sen Province. The Fire Tribes are citizens of our kingdom. Blood will be shed to create this new era. It's my job to ensure that we lose as few citizens as possible today. So we have to keep the pressure on. I doubt they'll let things end so quickly. Okay. See, so he's doing that thing. He's doing that very like that thing that like manipulative guys do. Like they're like, oh, I'm just trying to make sure that like you all don't get hurt. Meanwhile, he's like the king of like right now, right? Of at Hiryu Palace, and he's like killed King Il, and he's like and he's just like here right now trying to like subjugate people. You know what I mean? Like it's just like he's just like a manipulative person. Oh my god, he's so manipulative. He's so manipulative. Oh my god. Okay. Now, you won't beat us like that. You won't beat us so easily, young king. Okay. Let's see. We have our well-trained elite squads. If we get close enough, the Sky Tribe's arrows won't hurt us. Whew. Our allied forces have charged into the center of their troops. You fools, We finally regained our original formation. We'll lose some soldiers, but no matter. Our only concern is defeating Suwon. Keep going. Our palace is within sight. Ah! The Allied forces broke through the center of the Sky Tribe formation. They carved their way through the enemy lines. Unable to withstand their momentum, the Sky Tribe troops slowly pulled back. I knew it. I was right. The heavens have chosen me as king. Dude, you're old. You sound old. You sound mad old, bruh. I might have slightly underestimated Suwon, but the tide of battle is in our favor now. Look at Hazada, right? Like Lee Hazada is like, yo, bro, like this dude is so fucking old, man. He's just looking at him like, sir, you keep underestimating this dude. Why are you doing that? All right. It's my duty to take Suwon's head. However, Kang Soo-jin's mistake wasn't his failure to see through Suwon's plan. It was something he never anticipated at all. The footsteps that heralded the battle's end had crept up unnoticed behind him. I knew it. This is like classic Kingdom, baby. Classic Kingdom, right? The people coming from behind. You take enough time for them to catch up. A flank, or like a back flank attack, baby. Let's go. Sorry to keep you waiting, Sky Tribe. The Earth Tribe flag? Juntai? I knew this dude was gonna show up. The Earth Tribe's flag? Juntai? What? They have reinforcements? Of course they have reinforcements. You have reinforcements. Oh, who could have possibly thought up my ingenious plan that took me years to come up with? Ally with another kingdom, with another tribe or like kingdom or whatever, or province or whatever. That's so funny. He's so old, yo. Oh my god, he's so old. We haven't seen battle for a while. Unleash yourselves today. Yeah, this guy's no joke. Juntai's no joke. And the only reason he's even doing this is because he's seen Suwon's, like, he sees that greatness in him, and he knows that I can't underestimate this guy. This guy's like no joke. He's smart. He's smart. And capable, very capable. Unleash yourselves today. Follow me. Okay. The Earth Tribe arrived just behind the Fire Tribe's troops' right flank. Their spirited attack shattered the Allied forces' formation. Why is Juntai doing this? How is it possible? Juntai and his troops will only fight for someone he fully acknowledges as his lord. Suwon had already formed a strong, trusting relationship with Juntai. Not accounting for that was Kang Soo-jin's greatest miscalculation. Squad 3, stay close to His Majesty. Oh! Boom. I never thought I'd see you wielding those two swords in battle again. What a flashy entrance. You think? Boom. I think I used to be much flashier. Your tribe always makes such a ruckus. So what's with this funny tiger horse? Oh, shut up. I didn't want to put this reeking pelt on my favorite horse. Part of His Majesty's plan? Yeah. There aren't actually any pit traps either. We just needed to convince them that there were. Oh? The battle's decided. Looks like the Sen province's troops are withdrawing. This battle was decided from the moment we placed our troops here. Our king's a scary one. Retreat. You know, he reminds me of Raboku from Kingdom. That's who he reminds me of. If any of y'all are watching this, right, at some point, whatever point you're watching this, it's very Kingdom-esque. The battle, all this stuff is very Kingdom-esque, right? Suwon's kind of got like a Raboku kind of vibe, Griffith from Berserk kind of vibe. Now that I'm thinking about it, right? Just like very calculating, super smart, but he's capable. Physically he's capable. When he has to show out, he will show out. All right. And that's the only reason that there are people who respect him, right? Like Juntai and other individuals. They respect him because they know he's about that life. Retreat. We came all this way for this? General, shall we retreat? General? No, not yet. It's not over. Bruh, give up, sir. You about to die. Kill him. Kill Suwon. Retreat. Lord Hazada, we've exhausted our supplies. That's fine. Steal what we need from the villages. Trample them and burn them down. I won't be satisfied with anything less. What's going on? A battle? Ugh. Boom! And in comes Hawk for the win. They arrived on time. What? Yeah. How much time? I have 4 minutes left, so I cannot read another chapter. I can't read it in 4 minutes. I can't read it in 4 minutes. Let's go, Hawk. My guy. And Yoda's here too. Is there? That's such a great place to end it. That's such a great place to end the stream. Like, because now I'm going to be excited to get to the next few chapters. But generally, like, the streams will always be like, 3 chapters. I can read 3 chapters within 69, 70, 71. I can read 3 chapters within like an hour stream. And again, this is just for me and like my anxiety, because I want to make sure that I'm like doing things in a timely manner, getting schoolwork done, getting work done, all that stuff. So what I try to do now is I try to just get as much as I can get done possible during the week, schoolwork, work. And then when Sunday hits, I have an hour, I can stream, I can clean, I can do other things that I need to do. I don't feel super anxious about like things that are coming up and things like that. And I'm not saying that I'm not anxious at all, but it's just easier. It's just easier to deal with it in that way. So these chapters are really, really good. This is why I love Yona, right? Because people I feel like people just underestimate like Yona of the Dawn so much. And it just has a really nice mixture of like everything that I like in my manga, right? Like, it's just like the strategy, the relationships, the growth, right? The growth of emotional growth, right? Of like characters and things like that. Just like nice layered characters, with like goals that are genuinely interesting. It's really, really good. And I like the things that it brings up in terms of like politics. I think it handles it in a way that I like. Not it's not perfect, obviously. But I like the way it handles certain things, and handles certain characters. Like Sujin, right? Like, this guy was like, I'm general, this is my destiny, it's my divine right, stuff like that, right? And it's like, nah, not really, bro. You're just old. You're just an old dude. You're just an old man. Okay. You just keep underestimating the youth. Don't do that, because the youth are coming. Okay. So I really, really enjoyed these chapters. I'm gonna shut off my alarm, because there's like 1 minute and 56 seconds left. So I'm gonna cancel my alarm. All right. And that was a fantastic stream. So I have maybe like another minute and 30 seconds. I want to get the like timer to the hour, just so like it's there, because I feel like another stream that I did was like 59 minutes or something like that, and it just felt weird to like see that. Just like the Virgo in me just will not allow me to like have the stream be 59 minutes and not an hour, because that's what I said I was going to stream, like the time. So real quick, like, I love that Yona, right? Again, I love that Yona is doing her thing, really adamant about like, really like standing in the decisions that she makes, right? And all of them gotta have her back, right? When she was like, yo, we out, we going, we're gonna attack them, right? We're gonna defend Haikyu Palace. That's what we're doing. And all of them are like, yeah, let's go, we got this, right? I mean, they were like, we're gonna go after those 2,000 troops. This is easy for us, easy work, So I love that. I love that these 3 chapters really felt like Kingdom to me, like, but but in the war strategy sort of sense. But like it's all Yona. It's all Yona. It's like so like it's got all these elements that I feel like are drawing from different manga, but it's still very much so Yona of the Dawn. You know what I mean? Like it's still very much a Yona of the Dawn. You still have the certain character relationships. It's just fantastic. So I love that. Suwon is a character that I like for the story. Like I like, how he's interacting and everything like that. But do I like him as a person? Of course not. Scumbag. But I so far, right? But I like what he brings to the story. So I'm gonna end there. Okay. Thank y'all for coming through to part 17 of the Yona of the Dawn Read-A-Thon. I'm the Black Manga Critic, and I'm out.